Good morning again, America. This is Stuart Ryan with the Ryan Report. And today I want to speak about the two primary cases of ICE arrests without a warrant or probable cause evidence or any other form of due process, detentions and subsequent immediate deportations to El Salvador. One with over 200 purported or alleged gang members, the other of a family man, who the government now admits was arrested and deported, mistakenly by clerical error. Believe that if you will. In the former, they were removed under the Alien Enemies Act 1798, despite a judge's order that restrained the government from any removal from the jurisdiction pending and included his direction that the planes carrying these prisoners be immediately turned around and the prisoners returned into the originating jurisdiction. That, of course, failed to happen. And now Judge Fosberg seeks both an explanation from the government as to why his instructions were ignored, and he considers contempt of court charges. The detainees are now held in a hellhole prison in El Salvador with numerous human rights violations, in which last year alone 300 prisoners died of natural causes. A judge in Maryland, Judge Xinis, I hope that's how it's pronounced, I don't know, is faced with the unlawful removal of an ordinary family man, here legally, married to a U.S. citizen, also now imprisoned in the same jail as a result of purported clerical error, with the government claiming that they can do nothing to have him returned into her jurisdiction. What bullshit. In Judge Boasberg's case, he has threatened contempt proceedings against the government, but has not, to my knowledge, made a subsequent order to have all the detainees returned. I don't believe he's issued any further orders. While in Judge Xinis's case, she has immediately and courageously acted and ordered the government to return Mr. Garcia, I believe that's his name, I'd have to look it up, into her jurisdiction despite their arguments that he is now in the hands of the Salvadorian government and they do not have the means to return him. Again, pure, absolute, undiluted bullshit. Boasberg, on the one hand, is sitting on his ass, dicking around with contempt citations, while over 200 or more purportedly innocent persons are locked away forever in a notorious human rights violating prison. Herein lies the problem. Two judges, two seemingly different dispositions of the same problem. And I need to recall this as to the matter of habeas corpus writs, which I dealt with, I hope, extensively in a previous podcast that probably nobody saw. There is nothing that can be done to effectuate them, as the victims have been deported to parts unknown, or at least outside of the originating jurisdiction, and as the Supreme Court, in a rather stupid, illogical, and unconstitutional case, Rumsfeld versus Padilla, 2002, opined that such petitions, these writs of habeas corpus, must be lodged in the originating jurisdiction if it's available. But if it's no longer available, the writs can only be effectuated in the jurisdiction where the prisoners are currently being held, where the deportations or removal has even been unlawful. It doesn't seem to matter to the Supreme Court. This is a harbinger of things to come under this dictatorship. Actions taken by ICE or Homeland Security or any other governmental agency outside the law are reminiscent of Nazi Gestapo tactics, pure and simple. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Still need all the help I can get to somehow defeat this algorithm.